and running on the final game of the first day of the Grind Sessions 2018-2019 World Championship. And we've got tonight playing Minnesota Prep versus DME Academy from Daytona Beach, Florida. Shot by Sprinkles is no good. Rebound Minnesota Prep, and the shot is up and no good. Rebound by number 25, Diabate from DME. And the ball will stay with DME. Full court press by Minnesota Prep. Farrington will bring the ball up. Looking the ball outside. Man-to-man defense by Prep. And the cross-court pass is too high and out of bounds, and Prep will take over. Lukai Patterson brings the ball across. And the score is Richard Edwards. Full court press by Prep. The drive in the little one-handed soft touch is good by Diabate. On the easy pass, give the assist to Patterson. And we got a takeaway, but a foul called on number 22, Adrian Sprinkles. So Sprinkles picked up his first foul, and DME Sports will play the ball in under their goal. And we're going to get a travel on Kunte. Full court pressure by DME as well. So both teams running full court pressure on defense. Oh, and a nice turnaround hook shot underneath the goal and one. And that is number 25 for Minnesota Prep, Lukai Patterson. And he'll shoot the old-fashioned three. And his shot is no good off. And DME Academy will bring it to full court. Full court pressure. Little zone press. Now we're double trap. Shot from the corner is no good, but rebounded and taken away by Canute. And we're going to get a foul on number 12. That is Edwards. Shooting 2 will be number 25, Moussa Diabate. His shot is no good. Diabate stands in at 6'10". Second shot's good. And Minnesota Prep has the early lead, 6-3. Knocked out of bounds, but the ball will stay with Minnesota Prep. Ball thrown in the backcourt, picked up by Patterson. And the long shot by number 3, James Flippin, is good. Back down, and we're going to get a foul. And that'll be the ball out of bounds to DME Academy. Shot from the corner is nothing but net for Malcolm Farrington. Cross-court pass, and the shot is good from Adrian Sprinkles. Shot is no good. Rebounded by Minnesota Prep, and we're going to get an over the back call. So Minnesota Prep will bring the ball the full length of the court. In the ball game for DME is number 14, Terjali. The long shot is good by Flippin again. And we're going to get a foul on Minnesota Prep player. That is number 11. That's Rudy Tahir. So, out of bounds to DME Academy. Knocked away and stolen by Minnesota Prep. And the layup is no good, but we're going to get a foul on 13, Vadim Klanay. Klanay picked up that personal foul, and we're going to get a 2-shot foul for Decker. And Decker's shot is off. Into the game for DME is Matt Cole. Cole is a 6'7" forward from Orange City, Florida. And we're going to get a walk. Drugged that foot before he got the pass off. So that turnover gives it back to Minnesota Prep. And in the early going, Minnesota Prep up by 10, 16-6. 10:38 to go in this first half of play. Patterson on the drive and protected, but no good. Rebound. Stays with Prep, and Patterson misses from the corner. Jump shot is good by Diabate from Paris, France. This is definitely an international team. And the reverse layup is good. And we've got Sprinkles with a reverse layup, and now going to the line for the and one. DME has players from Saginaw, Michigan, 2 from Canada, West Palm Beach, Florida, France, Jordan, Maui, Paris, France, Orange City, Florida, and Senegal. So they've got as many foreign players as they do players from the United States. Ball handled by Tahir. Flipping with the long shot. And again, it's good. James Flipping from three-point land. Now the biggest lead of the game at 21-9 in favor of Minnesota Prep. And we're going to get a walk. That could have been called a offensive foul. Raise those arms up and knocked the defensive player back, but they, I think, got off a little easy with the traveling call. Into the game for DME is number 0, Freddie Johnson III. To the bucket and good. Aaron Moore. And Minnesota Prep continues to add to that lead. Now at 23-9 with 8:43 to go in this first half. Long shot, nothing but net for Vadim Klenay. Minnesota Prep putting the ball around, looking for an opening in that defense. Long shot is no good. And the rebound stays with Minnesota Prep, but the attempt to save is turned over, and we're going to get a foul on Lukai Patterson. And the long shot from the corner is nothing but net. Patterson handling the ball out front. Calling for a high screen. This 1-3-1 zone is giving Minnesota Prep a little problems right now. Good coaching moves to try to change that up, because Prep was beginning to build a pretty good lead. Now it's 23-15, an 8-point lead with 7:21 to go. And out of bounds, the turnover goes to DME. So since they've gone to the 1-3-1 zone, it has slowed Prep down a little bit. Freddie Johnson III handling the ball out front against Patterson. And the shot is no good. Rebounded by Minnesota Prep. Contact but no call. Play through. Patterson with the long three is no good. And we're going to get a foul on Aaron Moore. Going to re-inbound the ball. Not sure what the issue was, but inbounds to DME. Almost a knockout takeaway. And we're going to get an over and back. The Minnesota Prep trap forced the turnover. Now Prep will come down with 6:23 to go. 23-15 is the score. Juwan Grant, new player in the ball game for Minnesota Prep. I don't think the referee caught it, but the Prep player's foot was on the out of bounds line. But on the drive, he was fouled, and we'll get two. That is Aaron Moore with the free throws. Not in the bonus yet, so we'll play the ball inbound. Deep three is no good. Picked off by DME on the run out. No good, but ball's on the floor, and Minnesota Prep comes away with it on the run out, and we're going to get a foul. And that foul is going to be on Clene. Amon Decker to the free throw line. Into the game for DME is number 23, Cherif Canute. And the foul shot's good by Decker. Minnesota Prep has built a 9-point lead. And now a 10-point lead, 25-15 with 5:41 to go in the first half. Split the trap kicks back out, and DME rotates the ball. And the shot is no good, but on the putback, he's fouled. That is Diabate on the line for 2. Moussa Diabate from Paris, France. And his shot's good. Second one is up and no good. Rebound is to Minnesota Prep. And we're going to get a charging foul. He needs to inbound it. We're going to have full court pressure by Minnesota Prep. Long pass breaks the press. Ball handled by Farrington. The drive and shot's no good, but the putback by Canote. And we got a 1-3-1. And we're going to get a timeout by Minnesota Prep. The 1-3-1 zone gave them issues earlier, and they probably want to take a look at that. So with this timeout, we'll be back in just a moment. It will be Minnesota Prep's ball as we resume play. Trap comes in the corner, gets out of that, and that is Lukai Patterson working and kicking the ball back out. 4 seconds to go. Patterson with the long shot, and it's no good. And on the run out is DME. And the left-handed shot is, rims out and no good. But the rebound is put back up and missed, but Canute will go to the line and he'll shoot a pair. Shot up and no good. James Flippin back into the ball game for Minnesota Prep. Had a hot hand from the three-point line to this first half. 25-19, 4 minutes to go in the first half. In this final game of the Grind Sessions World Championship. Patterson to Flippin, and his shot is no good, misses the old goal, but back up and in by Edwards. And the Canute with the drive and miss, but he will go to the free throw line and shoot 2 from the charity stripe. His shot is good. So Canute with one. He's listed at 6'3", but he looks a little taller than that. Second shot is good. Now it's 27-21 in favor of Minnesota Prep with 3:20 to go. And bad pass. And we're going to get a travel on the pass. DME Sports Academy had a wide open layup, but the passer traveled before releasing the ball. And that turns it back over to Minnesota Prep. Little turnaround baby hook is no good. But Patterson with the rebound and is fouled on the putback attempt. So Patterson will go to the line and shoot 2. Shot's good. 29-21. DME Sports Academy just hanging around. 2:53 left to go in the first half. Minnesota Prep not able to put them away. Long, deep shot is no good, but rebound. And we're going to get a foul on Minnesota Prep. And going to the line is Diabate. Diabate's shot is good. Chipping away at the lead. 29-22, 2:40 to go in the first half. Second one is up and good as well. Patterson walks the ball up. No hurry. And the shot is no good by Decker, but the rebound comes off to Minnesota Prep, misses the whole goal, and it's going to stay with Minnesota Prep. Right under the goal, the pass comes in to Patterson, and he's fouled on the way up. So Patterson will go to the line for 2. DME's hanging around, but they just can't quite get over that hump to get back and draw even with Minnesota Prep. First shot by Patterson is good. Second shot's good. 31-23 with 2:09 to go. First half of play. And this will close the evening session. Oh, and a really bad pass. Sailed on him. So Minnesota Prep will put the ball in play. 1:56 to go in this first half. Shot out of the corner is no good. Picked off by DME Sports. pass was difficult to handle, and Minnesota Prep on the run out and got the friendly roll to go out by 10, 33-23 with 1:30 to go left in this first half. Shot is no good by Dorjali. And we've got a jump ball. Possession arrow goes to Minnesota Prep. Minnesota Prep walks the ball up, not a big hurry. They just want to try to get a shot. There's a good quality shot. 18 seconds to go on the shot clock. And the underhanded layup is no good, but the rebound by Edwards is put back and in, and now we have a 12-point lead going into 44 seconds to go in this first half. And we're going to get an over and back for turnover, and Minnesota Prep gets the ball back. And 38 seconds on the game clock, 30 on the shot clock. So they will have time for one shot, and then DME Sports Academy will get the ball back. Long, deep shot is nothing but net. And that's Juwan Grant with that long three. And we're going to get a foul on the floor. And Grant guarding just a little bit too close. And we're going to get two shots for Malcolm Farrington. Farrington's shot is good. .5 seconds to go in this first half. Farrington's second shot is no good. Rebound by Prep. Prep on the run out. And DME Sports Academy comes away with it, but stolen. And we're going to get a foul call on number 22, Adrian Sprinkles. So back to the line is number 25, Musa Diabate. Diabate's first shot is no good. 2.2 seconds to go. It's time to get one shot off after the foul shot. The second one is up and also no good. Long shot is close, but no cigars. And at the end of the first half, Minnesota Prep leads 38-24. And we'll be back just a bit before halftime starts. We're back to action for the final half, and DME Sports Academy inbounds the ball first. And they need to get some work done. Try to get back in this ball game. That foul is on Patterson. So we play 13 seconds in the second half, and Patterson picks up his foul. Shot's no good, but the rebound taken off by Minnesota Prep. Drive and attempted jam is no good. DME Sports Academy off with the rebound. Into the post, and the turnaround hook shot is no good, but we're going to get a foul called on Aaron Moore, or make that James Flippin. That was a shooting foul. So this is Elhaji Sek at the free throw line. This first one is good. Sek is a 6'11" center. And he makes both of his free throws. Patterson with a hesitation, no good, but blocked, but we've got a foul on Sek. And going to the line for Minnesota Prep is Richard Edwards, and he'll have 2. Shot is up and good. Second shot is off, rebound by DME Sports Academy. They'll bring the ball up, try to cut into that 13-point lead held by Minnesota Prep. And a bad pass, and attempted jam is no good, but we've got a foul. And that foul is on number 23. Canute. And at the line for Minnesota Prep is Richard Edwards. And no good. Edwards' second shot is good, and is a 13-point lead for Minnesota Prep. Full court pressure by Prep, kind of token, not a little bumping going on. And the ball knocked away, but maintained by DME, and we're going to get a foul. Oh, nope. We're going to get a timeout. And that was called by DME to save possession of the ball. So we've got a 30-second timeout. We'll be back in just a moment. We're back to action. And the ball will be out of bounds to Minnesota Prep. I'm sorry, DME. pick and roll. And the jumper is no good. Minnesota Prep with the rebound. In the corner to Patterson, back out front to Sprinkles. Corner shot by Flippin is no good. In the corner, cross court to Clonet, and that shot is no good. We're going to get a foul, and the ball will stay with DME Sports. Clonet to inbound the ball. And that's into Diabate, and we've got another foul. So Diabate will go to the line. He's going to shoot two. Shot is up, bounces around but stays in. And Diabate hits the front end of his charity toss. And the second shot is up and no good. Rebound to Minnesota Prep. Just playing cross-court passes. And the up and under by, that is number 32, Decker. Jump shot is no good by Farrington. We got a 2-on-1 break and the pass, but we're going to get a foul on the pass. So it will be a non-shooting foul, and Minnesota Prep will take the ball out underneath their own basket, leading 42-27. Have been in control, biggest part of the game, double-digit lead. And now DME is in a 2-3 zone. They had a 1-3-1 zone. In the first half, it gave Minnesota Prep a little bit of a problem. And we're into a trap. Dribbles his way out. And the jump shot is no good and out of bounds, and Minnesota Prep will take over. Patterson never seems to be in a hurry, always under control. And we've got a foul called, and we're going to take the ball outside court. That'll be Edwards inbounding the ball. And Patterson will bring the ball back across the center line. Jump shot is good, but 32, Amon Decker. attempted shot is no good, but the tip in, it looked like that was number 25, Diabate, with the tip in. Long shot by Patterson is no good. Rebound to DME Sports. Long, deep corner three is no good, but the rebound is Diabate with the putback and one. Diabate doing some work on those backboards and getting rewarded with the goal and the foul. So he'll try to get his three-point play at the free throw line. So Musa Diabate with one at the charity line. And it is up and good. Chipping away a little. 10:40 to go. And 44-31 is your score in favor of Minnesota Prep. Bad pass, and we're on a run out for DME. The attempted dunk is no good. Maintains control. Cross court. Clonet out with the left hand. Barrington handle the ball out front. Knocked away. And we're talking about a charge. Take away that basket. So that turns the ball back to DME Sports. And a chance to cut into that lead. The long shot is good by Farrington. And now we're down under the magic double-digit numbers. 44-35, 9:25 to go. So DME Sports has chipped away at the lead. And so good, and that will be DME Sports Academy's ball with a chance to cut further into the lead. Bucket here could even make it closer. Long, deep shot is no good. And rebound off to Patterson. Bringing the ball up slowly across the 10-second line. And a drive by Aaron Moore. And he's fouled on the way to the basket. But he's going to get two shots. And his shot's good. Stretches it back to a 10-point lead. 45-35 with 8:44 to go in this final half of play. This is the final game of the night, and this is the first round of the 2018-2019 Tanager Sports Grind Session World Championship. We will continue play tomorrow and Saturday and Sunday for the finals. So a lot of basketball left. Deep shot out of the corner is no good. Prep off and running. And the lob attempt is no good, taken away by DME Sports. And the putback by Matt Cole is good. And now we've got a 45-37 game with 8:01 to go. So DME Sports has chipped away at it, now down to an 8-point lead for Minnesota Prep. And we've got a timeout. And as we come back to action, it will be Minnesota Prep's ball to come the full length of the court. Ball inbounded to Patterson. Walking up slowly, starts his drive and pass in. And off of Black, so it'll stay with Minnesota Prep. And we've got a block. And that ball comes back to DME Sports with an opportunity to cut into the lead. 45-37, 7:44 to go in this ball game. Oh, a nice play cutting across that is number 13, Clonay, with the put in. And a 6-point lead, 45-39, 7-13. So DME Sports Academy hanging in and knocked away, but it will stay with Minnesota Prep. Into Patterson. And the dish off, and nice left-handed layup by Richard Edwards. Steal from behind by Prep. And the shot is no good, but he will go to the line as he was fouled driving the lane. And that is Adrian Sprinkles. So Sprinkles will have 2. His first one is good. Second shot, up and good, and that stretches it back to a 10-point lead again. Ooh, a nice finger roll, but no good. Gets his own rebound, no good. And Minnesota Prep comes away with it, and the shot is no good. Rebounded by DME Sports Academy. Knocked away, but DME maintains away, and on the rebound is no good, but Patterson there to follow. And now we've stretched it back to a 12-point lead, 6:01 to go. So Minnesota Prep may have weathered the storm, and now we're going to get, it looked like a travel, but they're going to get a push on Patterson. like there was a travel, but maybe the bump caused that. Freddie Johnson III will step to the free throw line. And his shot is good. Second shot on Johnson is good. So Minnesota Prep still maintaining that 10-point lead with 5:45 to go in this second and final half. Nice roll, but we're going to get well, they didn't get a signal from the ref, but it is a turnover and comes to DME Sports. DME Sports can work on trying to get that lead down under double digits again. Long shot is no good, but the putback is no good, and Minnesota Prep will bring the ball the length of the court. Patterson will walk the ball down. Set the high pick, and we're going to get a foul on number 41, Matt Cole. And that'll send Patterson to the line for the 1-and-1. Lukai Patterson at the line for the bonus. The first one's up and good, so he will get the second free throw. Second shot's good, and we push back out to a 12-point lead. And the drive is no good, but the rebound, and we're going to get a foul on the rebound, and that'll send Matt Cole to the line, and he's going to shoot one in the bonus. So Matt Cole will see if he can reduce this lead. His shot is no good. We're going to get another foul, this time on DME Sports. And going to the line for Minnesota Prep will be Richard Edwards. His shot is no good, rebounded by DME Sports. And Farrington brings the ball across. Deep shot is no good, and the rebound is Minnesota Prep. We're now under 4:30 to go in this second half. 12-point lead by Minnesota Prep, 53-41. Not a high-scoring game. And the pass to Flippin was too high and sailed out of bounds. That gives DME Sports an opportunity to try to cut into that lead again. Farrington will bring the ball across. Very close to getting that foot back over on the other side of the backcourt line. Bad pass takes it to Minnesota Prep. And the drive and layup is no good. Flippin with a rebound and attempted putback. He's fouled, and he'll go to the line for 2 shots. James Flippin. Time is slipping away, and DME Sports needs to have a quick run, or they're going to go in the L column. Flipping shot is no good. Second shot is up and good. So 1 out of 2. That builds the lead to 13 points with 3:44 to go. And the 3-point shot is no good, but rebounded and put back in the end by Canute. Long pass to Flippin, cross-court pass. And we are getting a timeout call by Minnesota Prep. Down to 3:19 with an 11-point lead for Minnesota Prep. So the clock is not the friend of DME Sports Academy at this point. So we'll be back in just a moment. Action resumes. It will be Minnesota Prep's ball with looking at an 11-point lead. We're not going to be in any hurry to run any offense. And the takeaway and the two-handed jam by number 25, Moussa Diabate. So down to 9 points. And off the hands of Patterson. Patterson doesn't generally get in a hurry. He got a little bit too speedy for himself. And the turnover and the run out. Two-handed jam by Sprinkles. And the drive is no good, but the rebound is put back and no good. But we're going to get a foul, and DME Sports is going to shoot 2. And more importantly, it stops that clock. Minnesota Prep with an 11-point lead, only 2:34 to go. So DME is going to have to make a run, and quick. And missing free throws is not a good way to do that. Diabate will get the second shot. And the second shot bounces around and stays in. Full court pressure. And across the timeline is Sports Academy that's no good, but they maintain control. Back out to Patterson. And Patterson drives and scores and gets the and one. So we're looking at a 3-point play. So Patterson will be at the line. 2:15 to go, 58-46. And time is running out for DME Sports. And that shot's no good. Rebound by DME Sports. And to the lane is Diabate, and he's fouled. So he'll get 2 shots with the clock stopped. And I know that's not what the Minnesota Prep coach wants, is to stop that clock. He doesn't want to give DME Sports an opportunity to score with no time on the clock running off. So Diabate gets his first one. Still time is fast escaping. And if Diabate can hit this one, that brings it down to 10. Full court pressure. Breaks the press, and the layup is good by Juwan Grant. Knocked away by Patterson, and the layup is good. And that may have just done it. 62-48, 1:38 to go. And time is about to get away from DME Sports. And the shot from the corner is no good, but the rebound is up and missed, but Matt Cole will go to the line to shoot 2. Down to 125 and a 14-point lead by Minnesota Prep. So this may be too little, too late. First shot by Cole is good. Second shot is good. Full court pressure, knocked away, out of bounds, and it'll stay with Minnesota Prep. And ball is inbounded over to Patterson. No look pass. And no good. And it's saved in by Minnesota Prep. And Minnesota Prep, with 1:13 to go on the clock, calls a timeout. Try to map out this final 1 minute and 13 seconds. A 30-second timeout. 62-50 in favor of Minnesota Prep. Coach is just trying to get them settled. Finish out this last 1:13, and with a 12-point lead, it looked like that's going to finish out in their favor. Minnesota Prep will play the ball in at their own baseline. A lot of pressure by DME Sports, and now we're going to get a foul with 1:03 to go. And that will send Juwan Grant to the line. His shot is good. That runs it to a 13-point lead, and that may have been the dagger. Second one is no good. Rebound to DME Sports. Got to go quickly. Long shot is no good, but the rebound is controlled by DME. Long shot is no good. And we're going to get a foul. 46 seconds to go, and it's a 63-50 lead in favor of Minnesota Prep. And it looks like they're going to advance on to the quarterfinals. This is just about to wind down. And the shot is no good by Farrington. Farrington's next shot is good. 63-51, a 12-point lead with 46.3 seconds to go, and we're going to get another foul. So we'll take the long walk and shoot a free throw. At the line will be Jawan Grant. Grant's free throw is good. Well, 13-point lead with 41.3 seconds to go. We've got at least 2 possessions to go, and this ball game will be over. And the second one's good. 14-point lead. And the drive is no good, tip is no good, and Minnesota Prep finally over the 10-second line, and we're going to get a foul with 21 seconds to go. 14-point lead with 21 seconds to go, and fouling seems to be futile at this point. Shot is no good by Decker. And the second shot by Decker is good. 21 seconds to go. And DME Sports Academy will take it to the hole, and it's good. That is Diabate. So 9 seconds to go. And we'll just try to run this out. 2, 1, 0. 66-53 is your final score, with Minnesota Prep moving on to the quarterfinals. And they'll play again tomorrow. So we're going to sign off tonight, and we'll be back tomorrow afternoon. Have a good evening.